above the water. Cold breath, I cannot stand up, too much weight on my shoulders. Messed up, I wanna stay together, but I need someone who's holding. And oh, I have someone who's holding when you call it.
Hey friends, it's Awilda here. Thank you so much for joining me. So in today's videos, as you can tell, it's going to be a cleaning motivation for you. I know it's been a little bit since I shared one with you guys, but to be honest, I have been doing so many projects around the house that when it comes to cleaning, I just quickly clean as I go. But on this particular day, I decided I was going to record a little bit of a cleaning motivation for you. Unfortunately, as I was recording this, I actually got sick, and as the day progressed, I was feeling worse. So I did manage to tidy up my dining room and clean up my kitchen, but I didn't do as much as I planned on for that day. Luckily, my husband Harvey was able to take some time from work in between his lunch break and then after work to help me with dinner and everything else, as far as picking the kids up from school, taking my daughter to work, and everything else that needed to be done that day. So if you enjoy that type of content, as well as some DIY projects and home renovation projects, definitely hit the subscribe button. I have so much more projects that are going to be coming out this coming few weeks. I am super excited to be getting some things done and sharing with you guys what we've been doing here at Hip and Creative. So definitely hit the subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. So as you can see, my dining room has become my catch-all for everything. It was becoming a little sloppy, a little bit messy with everything that would just quickly put on the table instead of putting away. So I decided to clean the dining room table first. And once I got the dining room table clean, I decided to then move into my kitchen. And as you can see from this shot here, it is more messy than anything else. I just need to put some stuff away, clean up the dishes, and then kind of do a quick little wipe down, and I would be done. I do have a couple of items that I purchased previously that I did mention in one of my haul videos. If you didn't see that, I'll definitely post that in the description box below. But basically, it was the little Ninja food processor as well as my deep fryer, so you'll be seeing that later on in the video. So as you can see here, I have a kitchen island or a peninsula, and my drawers are basically all the drawers that I have here. So far I have everything in here kind of like a catch-all. I do have a smaller drawer to my left here that I've kind of thrown other things in, but I am planning on doing a whole reorganization and kind of revamping the whole drawer system, because I am not liking the way things are coming out. It feels like a catch-all drawer, and I'm trying to make it where it has a job and everything has a place. And right now I'm not feeling it. I've just gotten a little lazy as far as organizing, and I've decided to kind of get back on that organizational system that works for me. Now in this drawer here, I do find that I do like how everything's kind of in its place. And for the most part, everything's nicely organized, although all mismatch in color and style. I am going to be kind of revamping that second drawer as well. Over here on this drawer next to my stove is where I keep my utensils and kind of my cutting tools and my strainers. The bottom drawer of this 3-drawer system actually houses my aprons and my dish towels, so I am going to be leaving that as it is, but everything else in the kitchen I am going to be reorganizing and rearranging just to make it have a little bit better cohesive style and look for me.
If I let go, will it leave me here?
So one of the struggles that I've been having so far is that although I do have some under the cabinet space and above the cabinet space, I tend to kind of put everything in one spot, trying to assign a space or location for certain items. So upon talking to my husband, we decided that we are going to try to create a built-in system in the dining room area. That is something that will most likely happen at the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year. I'm not too sure. We have to first assess how much it's going to cost us, how much work is involved in it before we start to decide on whether or not something like that is going to be doable for us in the near future.
Just another fight. Will it be all
As you can see here, I am unboxing this little Ninja chopper food processor type machine. My husband and I purchased this, and I did share with you a previous video that was a small haul that I did, so I will link that in the description box below. But here I'm just going through and trying to figure out what the directions are for this. It's a fairly simple thing to put together. It has the base, the blades, this cover here to kind of protect everything from coming out, and it also has this lid, which is the part that helps the blades kind of cut everything down, and you can chop it or dice it. It really works very, very well. We've already used this since the recording of this video. Basically, you just take the cap, put it on top, and then you just press that gray button and it'll chop it up for you. So it's super simple to use. It's also very easy to clean up. The whole bottom can get thrown in the dishwasher if you want to, or you can wash it by hand. Just be careful because the blades are very sharp.
Some nights I'm having a hard time keeping my head above the water. Cold breath, I cannot stand up, too much weight on my shoulders. Messed up, I wanna stay together, but I need someone who's holding. And oh, I have someone who's holding when you call in. Like magic, you're lifting off the shade from my mood. I'm keeping it together for you. I'll go with you all the way to the moon. If you're keeping it together too. Insane, sometimes it feels like I'm just dancing on the border. Tether, without you I would be lost around the corners. Steady, but only as long as I get you there to hold me. And I got you there to hold me. Never stop calling.
Every week kind of go through my binder and figure what we're going to be having for dinner that week. And then I write it down on this little scheduler that my oldest daughter gifted to me for Mother's Day a couple years back, and I've been using it ever since. So I just basically grab my gold binder, which has everything that I do for the house as reminders, and just wipe down the week's schedule, and then I rewrite what we're having fresh that week. This gold binder that you see here on this video is my absolute favorite thing to use. It houses everything that I need for my home as far as my cleaning schedule, my menu for the month, and also some of my YouTube video ideas I keep in that binder. So if you're interested in seeing a kind of thorough overview of the binder, let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll definitely share a video with you guys on how I use my binder. As you can see here, I'm just showing you what we're having for dinner this specific week. Obviously, sometimes the menu changes and I have to rearrange some things depending on what's going on for that week. But for the most part, I tend to stick to what we have in our binder. Here, I'm just wiping down my deep fryer. I had already washed the inside previously, so I'm just wiping down the outside very quickly before I put it away. Now, this is a recent purchase that my husband did, and we absolutely love this deep fryer. If you'd like some more information about it, I do have a link in the description box where you can check out the deep fryer if you're in the lookout for one for yourself. I do recommend this one. It is a great deep fryer. We mostly use it for large cookings, but it does really make a great addition to our kitchen appliances.
Aquel día el instinto nos decía que esa noche juntico no quería, que las ganas bebé nos ganaría, pero no fue así. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a jugar. Ella sabe que quiero a mi mamacita. Ella también quiere que seamos felices. Ella, la que se apresura a la vueltica. Ella es sin timidez. Como la ves, no le importa dónde y cuándo. Pero nada no he hecho, no soy el que la mando. Nunca lo seré, su carácter no es de niña, que la puede controlar cualquiera. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente. Vamos lento y verás. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente. Vamos lento y verás. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos. Los 7 días de la semana te doy de mañana y consejos sabes que no es. Te doy el desquite, que me quites todas esas ganas que te tengo, mujer. Todo el mundo sabe que tú y yo somos más que panas, pero nos vamos lento, que al que se apura no llega nada, no llega nada, nada.
So on this particular day, I decided to kind of give my sink a quick little washing. It is good to wash your sink all the time. I try to do it once a week, a deep clean. But every time I do the dishes or my kids do the dishes, I do tell them to make sure that they wipe the sink down and kind of keep some of that build up from getting really bad. So I'm just going to quickly wipe it down with some dish soap, and maybe in another video I'll show you how I deep clean my sink. I normally remove this grid from here, but I decided not to do it today because I wasn't feeling well. I just wanted to make sure that I got most of the dirt off and kind of give it a quick rinse, and then I moved on to the rest of the countertops. On this particular day, I guess the mood of mine was matching the weather, because as you can see from my video here, that the outdoors was a little gloomy, it was a little dark. Yeah, the day was getting long, and I think by this time it was like 2 o'clock, I believe. And so I know that, you know, it started to get a little darker out here. And it just so happens that this particular day it was raining, so it kind of added to me not feeling well. So thankfully, you know, I was able to clean up the sink and get it all nice and shiny, and then I moved on to cleaning out the countertops. So I decided to give these little containers a quick wash so I can just put them away really quickly, and that's what I'm just doing right now, is just washing them. These are the little containers, are the ones that I purchased from Dollar Tree. If you haven't seen it, I'll post a link to the Dollar Tree haul that I did featuring these guys in there, and you can check out some of the other items that I did on that particular day. This is my friendly reminder to clean out your little trays, the little crumb trays that are at the bottom of your toaster. I tend to forget to do these, so I try to every week kind of get in there and wipe down my toaster and then take out the crumb tray, clean it out and pop them back in. It takes about 2 seconds, but I always forget. So this is the container I use to store my rice. It's from OXO. I bought it at Walmart a few years back. I did notice that all of my OXO products, after a while from constant use, are starting to get a little worn and they're not sealing as much as they should. So I am in the process of trying to find a replacement set for them. If you have any recommendations, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know what containers you use that help you to keep your food fresh and lasting long. So, like I've mentioned throughout this video, I was starting to feel a little sick by the time I got to cleaning my stove. So what I decided to do was just give it a quick little shine and wipe it down, but I didn't do any deep cleaning. I decided to leave this for another day, and unfortunately I didn't film it because I was just not feeling well, and when I finally did get back to cleaning, it was basically like 2-3 days later, and I decided not to film it. I am, however, going to be doing a stove deep clean and oven deep clean, so be on the lookout for that video coming to you soon. I just have a couple of other projects that I'm working on, but that is one of the projects.
You needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with.
So here is a reminder of what the kitchen looked like before. It had a lot of clutter, a lot of dishes that needed to be put away, and some wiping down of the countertops and the stove. And here is what it looks like now. It's currently clean. It looks great. I feel happy that I was able to accomplish cleaning this. And I hope this gave you the motivation to get a room or a space clean in your home. So that is everything for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.